Hello and welcome to Tub News and Commentary. News of Maui you won't find anyplace else. Hi, I'm Larry John. It's time to watch what you've been missing.
Aloha, my name is David Gallagher. We're up at the very top of the crater and we are with Jan Roberson of Maui Stargazing. And we're going to do a little interview on her tours of the deep space and the stars. And oh, by the way, this is the news Maui Tub. Jan, I really am fascinated with astronomy. Here we are up at the top of the crater. I would like to find out, the first thing of all is, what got you into astronomy?
Well, I kind of came in the back door. My grandsons were born. They were premature. They were just 5 pounds, and I wanted to be a granny who could offer them something, and all the other grandparents had something more. They had dirt bikes and cattle, and they were crafters and artists and bakers, and I had nothing to bring to the table. And my son asked me if I could get him a telescope for his birthday. So I got him one, and he rejected it. He didn't like it. He said it would never work, and he wanted to check to see if the waves were breaking on Molokai from his deck in Pe'ahi. And because of the curvature of the Earth, that wasn't going to work. So I decided to keep the telescope and try to figure out how to find the moon on a full moon night, and show the grandsons the cosmos. And that was 9 years ago this week. And from then I struggled and met every challenge and obligation and upgraded my equipment and was in a new learning curve again. And I learned the night sky. And now I have a business. It's thriving. And I love it, and I enjoy sharing the night sky and deep sky objects with visitors to Maui and local folks and children especially.
I'm very curious about one thing, the culture. Some people forget that the whole culture, the Hawaiian culture, is about the stars and the stars guiding them to the islands. Isn't that correct?
Yes, there's a lot of, the early Polynesian canoe voyagers would use the stars to navigate from, they would use the Big Dipper and the handle. It would go over to Arcturus, which is the Hokulea star, and then it would spike down to Spica and then go straight over to the Southern Cross. And they would follow the Southern Cross until the Southern Cross was overhead, and then they were in Tahiti. So that's how they navigated. And there's, and then the Hawaiians had names for all the constellations and all the, like the fishhook asterism of Scorpius is Manaya Kalani. I actually have a colleague, former colleague at the Office on Aging, who named her son after Manaya Kalani, which is the fishhook asterism. And an asterism is different than a constellation. An asterism is a portion of stars that are well known and recognizable, such as the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper. Those are not constellations, those are asterisms. And there's the Winter Circle, the Summer Triangle, and there's the fishhook. And the fishhook was thought to be, was the king's fishhook, and that the demigod Maui used to raise the islands up out of the sea.
Now, the big fishhook we would know
as
the Big Dipper, right?
No, the fishhook is the tail of the scorpion.
Oh, the scorpion, that's
yes.
right.
And it's going to be right up here tonight.
Right there?
Yes. It's
okay.
going to be gorgeous. It's
Very
going to
cool.
be rising in the east, and with it the Milky Way and all of the nice deep sky objects of the summer night sky over Haleakala. We're so blessed to be here. This is really a privilege, and this is a sacred place to the Hawaiians, and so I'm here with reverence, and I feel the mana of this place. It's really quite spectacular, and we are privileged to be here. And I'd like to mention that we leave no trace behind. When we come, we bring our equipment and we break it down and we take it with us. We don't have observatories like you see over here, which permanently mar the landscape. And although they have their good functions, I believe that the Hawaiians have a valid point, and that perhaps the telescopes, the observatories would be best in outer space and not in on this land.
Mhm.
So I support their endeavors, and I think that they can accomplish a lot with their protests. So I respect the culture of Hawaii.
Yes, right. It's like we don't come and you know, play music in your churches. Maybe you shouldn't come and do your business in a sacred site at the top of mountains. Just a suggestion.
Well, the Hawaiians were very much into astronomy, and I am too, and so are the United States Air Force and the Institute for Astronomy, University of Hawaii Institute for Astronomy. So we're all very interested in the cosmos, and I think we all have valid platforms. I hope that we can come to a meeting of the minds and we can compromise and negotiate something that works for everyone, because this is really, truly a spectacular place
It is.
on the planet and in the universe. We are really blessed to be here.
That's true. And we're at 10,000 foot elevation too. Just a little piece of information.
Yes, very high. We have some of the best observing conditions here on the planet. We have very high elevation, which makes for a thin atmosphere. Which means that there's less pollution of particulates and less layers of atmosphere to go through. And we have some of the best weather on the planet. So we have more clear skies. And if you look around, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful here. And we have, this is a whole ecosystem that is unique to this place, not just Hawaii, but this space. So we're really lucky to be here.
I have so many questions. You basically gained a lot of knowledge by doing it repetitively, doing it over and over and over. How did you research the information that you share?
Well, I had good mentors, which is very nice about astronomy. The people who are astronomers on this island and around the planet are the nicest people, and they want you to succeed, they want you to learn, they want to share. And that's why I have probably developed my own personal culture of wanting to share this night sky and the deep sky objects with people who don't have an opportunity, who don't have the ability and the skills to set up a telescope and look through a telescope at these deep sky objects. So I would like to show everyone as many galaxies, nebulae, globular star clusters, open star clusters, planets, and the Milky Way and the moon, anything that's up, I would like to be able to show them. And that is my delight.
And you're working with the telescope that you're now working with. It's a big old telescope.
Yes.
It's so wide, it's almost like a little trash can.
It's
huge.
It's called a light bucket. And
it's a light bucket.
It gathers a lot of light from the stars. It's a 12-inch mirror that weighs about 30 pounds, about 90 pounds altogether. And it is the largest portable telescope that I can bring here. And if I had a 12-inch mirror on a telescope with a tripod, it would be way too big to transport. You would need to have it in your garage and wheel it out onto the driveway. You wouldn't be able to haul it around like I haul this around. So
even if you had a mess of kids to strap a halter and get them to
No.
pull the thing,
No.
get them to earn their keep.
Keep?
Yeah, you know about that. You raise kids, earn your keep.
No, this is the largest portable telescope that I can bring here.
Okay.
And that
Wonderful.
means that you will have the largest view of Saturn, the biggest view of Jupiter and its storm bands and its beautiful red spot and its 4 Galilean moons and the divisions between the rings of Saturn. You're going to have the best view of the deep sky objects through this telescope, in my opinion. Although Dr. T.S. Kelser, our rocket scientist in residence, would disagree.
Well, we want to thank Jan Roberson of Maui Stargazing. This is David Gallagher for TUBNEWS. Aloha.
Thanks for watching Tub News and Commentary. News of Maui you won't find anyplace else. I'm Larry John, and thanks for watching what you've been missing.